This one's gonna be great. Hold on to your eyebrows. We're moving non-stop. Let's go.
I can never sleep, I don't got too many days. Food for thought, feeding your success with the base. I can't quit the game, gotta focus till I finish. I was in the cage, now I know I'm living. They be working hard, trying to keep you in the chains. If you got your mind charged, you ain't gotta stay. Woo!
This is episode 2 of the Sam Jones Talks podcast. I am so happy you're here. There's a million things you could be watching, all kind of noise on the internet, and you are here with me, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. So let's jump right in. In the last video, we talked about the champion, who the champion is, and the champion is you. Instead of searching and trying to find the champion and find the right girl, find the right guy, you're the champion, you're the overcomer. Put the time in, learn, practice, get your craft down pat. If you're an entrepreneur, study other entrepreneurs, study products and marketing. If you're in education, beat those books. Whatever it takes to reach the goal, what separates you from the others is how consistent and diligent you are. Here's another thing about the champion mindset that'll separate you from the rest, and that is your ability to be a critical thinker, meaning your ability to think carefully about the upside and downside of a situation for the purpose of reaching your goal. A lot of people can't do that. They can't walk through a process and think about it objectively without putting their emotions and their feelings and their past into the decision-making process, and then it ends up causing you to make a poor decision. So when you think critically, you're thinking clearly about the situation in order to make a wise decision. In order to make wise decisions, your process or the foundation on which you make your decisions has to be the truth, and non-shifting truth. A truth that doesn't move based on trends and feelings and emotions and whatever you think about yourself. It's a non-shifting truth. Here's some basic examples of non-shifting truths. The sun is hot, non-shifting truth. Gravity pulls down, non-shifting truth. If you spend money in a dumb way, you'll end up broke, non-shifting truth. The thing about non-shifting truths is that they don't need you to believe them to be true. Whether or not you believe the sun is hot, it still remains hot. Those are the kind of truths you believe, not necessarily that example of the sun and gravity, but a truth that is not dependent on you to be true. A truth that is true without you and can't be shifted by your emotions or your feelings. That's something you can carefully build your decision-making process on. And you cannot create your own truth. You have to live the truth. The truth will set you free, not your truth. Your truth is subjective, it changes. Your truth is based on what's happening now. And if something happens different next year, your truth shifts. And you constantly have a shifting truth, and that's no way to live. You need a foundation, a non-shifting foundation. That's the truth you live by, never by your truth. All right, so let's jump into it. I digress. Sorry about that. Can't help myself sometimes. So we're looking for the mentality or the mindset of a champion. Now, there's a couple things that I think you should be mindful of. One, people affect the way we think. We'd like to believe I'm unaffected. Who cares? I don't care what people think. I live my life. Very untrue. We are all affected by what people think. More importantly, we're affected by the people in our circles. Many times we surround ourselves with people who we love, family members, people who we get along with, but those are not necessarily the best people for us to be around because their mindset, their behaviors, their attitudes are things that are pulling us away from our goal. If they don't have the champion mindset, then whatever the mindset is that they have begins to rub off on you subconsciously. I always say, take for example, a song. Let's say there was a song, an absolutely horrible song that you couldn't stand. Just the sound of that song would make your blood crawl. But if that song plays long enough, consistently enough, your subconscious mind will be able to pick up the words to that song and you will remember it. Now here's why that's true. Because the subconscious mind can do a lot of things that you're not even aware of. Things that happen without your consciousness. But those things will still affect you. So if in fact it's true that your subconscious could be working and functioning, learning, gathering information, sucking up stuff without you, so while you're unaware it's grabbing information, then it seems to me that it's very important that you be in the right environment for it to pull from. So basically, your surroundings are essential to your mindset. So what happens if you surround yourself with people whose mindsets are not right, whose behaviors are not right? Their thinking begins to seep into your mind and it affects your behavior. But on the other side of the spectrum, what happens if you surround yourself with good thinking people, honest people, hardworking people, diligent people? Those mindsets begin to affect your behavior. So you have to decide, do you want to hang with the ducks or do you want to fly with the eagles? I won't even jump into that today. The information that you take in, it's just like a diet. If you eat every horrible thing under the sun, every hot dog, hamburger, cheeseburger, straight, not a veggie in sight, just every unhealthy, fat-filled, greasy, cholesterol, carb-filled food every day, every night, the effects of that food is going to show in your body because you literally are what you eat. What's in you affects you. So what happens when you ingest the wrong information and the wrong attitude and you're around the wrong people? It gets into your mind subconsciously or consciously and it begins to affect your behavior. So to have the champion mindset, you have to think like a champion. You have to take in the type of information that champions take in. You got to learn facts and learn information that's pertinent to your craft and the direction of your life and what you want to accomplish. If you want to be a doctor, you probably don't need to spend most of the time that you should be studying binging on Netflix. If you want to be a drummer, chances are you shouldn't be watching Housewives or whatever. You need to get a drum pad and some sticks and work them paradiddles out. I'm just saying. Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, the only way to get there is to ingest the information that puts you in a place and in a mindset to accomplish the goal. And equally, you have to get rid of those things that are eating up the space in your mind and in your heart and in your emotions. All those negative things. And that's a hard thing because sometimes the people that you need to get rid of are the people you love the most. Let's let that sit in for a minute. Sometimes it's a negative parent that never believed in your dream, never said a good thing. And I hate to say parent because we all love our parents, or we should, right? But sometimes it's a parent that said you'd never make it. It's a parent that said that that's a stupid idea. It's a parent that said you'll never amount to anything. And whether you want to admit it affects you or not, it does. And these things get into our ears and it affects us. Or it could be a boyfriend or a girlfriend who every time you want to go and do something positive and move yourself forward, they want to hang out. Which hanging out is good, it has its place. But if all you're doing is hanging out, when are you sowing seed into the thing you want to accomplish? We're talking about the mindset of a champion. The mindset of a champion translates into the behavior of a champion. And the things that enters in your mind affects your behavior. So you have to guard your mind. Here's the last thing I'm going to say about a champion. A champion is not just one who wins something or accomplishes a goal. To be a champion, or an outstanding champion, or a champion above the rest, you have to have consistent wins. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have negative days. It means that the mindset that you have won't allow you to look at those negative days like a negative thing. It'll convert those negative things into a positive outcome. You look at the fact that you almost tripped and fell as an opportunity never to walk like that again. Look at skateboarders, and I mentioned this before. One of the things I love about skateboarders is that they're not afraid to fall. As a matter of fact, there's videos, and I've said this countless times, there's videos all over Facebook that teach you how to fall. Skateboarders get it. Part of being able to be successful on a skateboard is knowing how to fall and how not to fall. I'm not telling you to go skateboard, but the principle applies. Learn how to convert the negative things that happen to you into a positive thing. It's all perspective. And these are all things that play a part in the champion mindset. Let's wrap up. So if there's anything I want you to take with you today, is that you are the champion you've been looking for. 1. 2, now that you know you're a champion, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to adjust your mindset to success? How are you going to adapt the principles that's necessary to succeed? It's not easy, but it's worth it. Get the champion mindset, be a champion, and lead others to the championship. Reach for the highest good. I'll see you soon.